Welcome back to Strictly Casual. My name is Ryder. Today I'm joined with Vincent, and we have some exclusive Star Wars Unlimited card reveals for you today. Vince, let's get into it. What do we got?
Thank you so much to FFG for giving us these cards. The first card we have is Lom Pike. He's rare. He has an underworld trait. He costs 4. He has 4 power and 6th health. Okay, so his on attack ability is you may give a shield token to an enemy unit, and if you do, give a shield token to a friendly unit. So you can choose if you do this on the on attack. But that's crazy. It's not like a one played ability. It's not like you're playing him, giving a shield to an opponent and yourself. It's every time you attack, which is potentially multiple times with 6 health.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is like I think 6 health. Sometimes when there's on attack, it never works because I'm like, oh, usually it gets killed before, but I think that 6 health gives it enough time to survive a round. But I'm trying to think of like enemy units that like you'd probably want to give it to a weak enemy unit or something maybe that if you have a card that has Saboteur, right? 'Cause those go
I
over.
mean, that's true. You could kind of combo it with some Saboteur cards. Like if you have a Saboteur out and you already know that you're going to shield someone, that could be
Yeah.
really beneficial. I think of a couple ways you could do this. One, absolutely a Saboteur. Second would be, let's say your leader comes out and then you play Lom Pike. He can be out when your leader comes out. Then you can attack with Lom Pike. Give your leader a unit because it doesn't say specifically a non-leader unit or anything. It's just a friendly unit. But you can't give a shield to something that's like unmanageable. And that's what's very tough about this card is that you have to be very selective about what you're putting that shield on because that could put you in a really bad situation, even though it's putting you in a better situation by bringing a shield on there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so we got of course the smuggle mechanic that's new for set 2, a 5 cost. I'm still trying to get a hang of understanding the smuggle, but I think it's an extra cost because you're trying to work with your deck. You know, you have more cards at hand, more at play here because it's not just the cards in your hand, it's also in the resource pile. So hopefully attack multiple times with Lom Pike, you know, maybe it could survive 6 health. Most of the times when I'm playing, I see a 6 health card sometimes survive, especially if playing against aggro like Sabine or anything.
6 is scary. 6 is scary.
Yeah.
I mean, you go upwards of 4 and you start having to like really think about what can take it out. you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, especially with the shield. Can you give yourself the shield token? Because I always get confused with the friendly unit
I
is
assume so.
yeah, so you can even buff yourself up and then keep doing it, you know, survive a little longer.
It just says a friendly unit. It doesn't say another friendly unit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think you're good to put a shield on yourself if that's the case.
Because there comes in the fun of the loop where you're attacking, takes off the shield, but then just adds it back. So you keep
I mean,
keep
yeah,
going.
you could totally do that.
Interesting.
I think you brought up the best point that if you were to set yourself up for this card and already have Saboteur out, you could, shield something, shield the enemy, and then run into Saboteur, like with whoever you put a shield on to take him out before that they can actually use that. I think that's pretty key. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah, and at a 4 cost, it's right in the middle of the game, you know, so it kind of the pacing is there. Not exactly aggressive, but not exactly like end game. So, you know, you have time to think about it if you don't want to do it on 4 cost, you do it on 5 and 6. Artwork looks pretty great. I think that's it's gonna look cool in hyperspace because you know with the guys on the side next to Lom Pike,
I
that's
mean,
gonna be a good one to get.
that guy on the right has a weapon or something in his other hand. We don't even see it yet.
Yeah. So here's a crazy thing. I know this is just like a wild theory, you know, thinking about deck building already. Rose Tico, of course, is not within the aspect. She has the one of the heroism, so it's a little different. But if you wanted to play her, you got the on attack ability that you know you may defeat a shield token on a friendly unit if you do give 2 experience tokens to that unit. So now with Lom Pike, you're giving your guys shields, and then if you attack with Rose, again she has 6 health. You can, you know, give them experience tokens instead of shields, buffing up your guys in a different way.
Can you imagine playing Rose? Rose is a 4/2/6, so you'd be having to pay 6 for Rose, which doesn't quite seem worth it. But if you can give 2 experience tokens to every single time you shield someone with Lom Pike, that might be crazy. I
Could
don't
be a
know.
weird
That
stack.
could
Could be
good.
something. Yeah, could be potential. We'll see.
I think you might be onto something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It might be crazy, but you might be onto something.
Up next, we have a Street Gang Recruiter ground unit, which is a 5 cost, 4 power, and 4 health. This is an Underworld card. Again, Underworld tagline. We've seen that a lot throughout set 2, of course. Yeah, and its when played ability is you may return an Underworld card from your discard pile to your hand. So we're seeing some discard pile, some play with that now in this set.
Yeah, this set we're seeing a lot of like graveyard mechanics where you're manipulating that discard pile, which is pretty good in other card games. And I think that manipulation here could be really big in this set.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who's on this art. Do you know?
I mean, at first I was like, oh, is that Shuruk? But I've never seen him wear that outfit before. And he's tending to a little girl, you know. I'm like thinking, was it on Jeddah when they're talking to? I don't
Well,
think
it's
so.
definitely not sure because I think this is like a evil underworld. Like I don't think this
yeah,
is
you're right,
him.
Underworld guy.
Definitely not.
Yeah, maybe this
Uh,
is we're getting into a little more, out there with the Star Wars lore. I don't know. Let's see. You think the
in the background, if okay, zoom in here. I
Mhm.
mean, you can't really zoom in,
Yeah.
but like in the
Mhm.
back, you
Mhm.
have a little red sign over the
Mhm.
shoulder of the street gang recruiter, and it kind of looks like one of those Moss Isley performers with the do 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 do. I mean,
Oh
kind
yeah.
of low
Okay.
key.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't know, we're seeing some sort of thing here, but I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So you brought this to my attention actually,
Mhm.
which I think is really interesting in that one, sometimes we don't see these aspect list cards in a bunch of decks, but
Mhm.
that being said, for draft and sealed play, they can come in handy quite a bit if you're building around a leader or whatever that's going to be. But you showed me a card that I think this might synergize with pretty well, and that is Zori Bliss, who just got revealed from set 2, I believe last week.
Mhm.
Actually, probably 2 weeks ago as of this video going
Yeah.
live.
Mhm.
So tell me a little bit about Zori Bliss and how this could kind of work with her.
Yeah, she has 4 power, 7 health. She has an on attack that's draw a card, and at the start of the regroup phase, discard a card from your hand. So I feel like this could work well with kind of figuring out, kind of having the best cards in your hand at a time, right? Because if you're
Yep.
pulling one, you're putting it back, you can just kind of play Street Gang Recruiter and then take the same card back from the discard pile if you don't want to play it yet. So it's almost you have your hands, your resources with Smuggle, and then technically your discord pile too is something that you're working with here.
Imagine if you have Zori Bliss, you
Mhm.
play her, you discard an Underworld card, has to be
Yeah.
Underworld,
Hmm.
and then the next turn you play Street Gang Recruiter to get that card back,
Yeah.
and then now you have an extra card in your hand, which is could
Yeah.
be pretty nice. Could be pretty
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. And then I even see in set 1, there's a aspect list card called Recruit that messes with the discord pile a little bit. So maybe that one will come into play a little more for set 2 with the discord cards.
Interesting. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, this will work with any Underworld card, and
Mhm.
Underworld is a key trait coming into set 2, so I'm sure there's going to be a lot more synergies that you can pull out with that too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and this definitely seems like a card that you're gonna want the hyperspace up because we need a full image
That's
here. We
true.
can
I want
see.
to see what's on the borders. Yeah, if it
Yeah.
gives it away any
Mhm.
more things. I was kind of, checking out this art, and this is similar to what the bike gang was
Mm, mhm.
wearing in Book of Boba Fett. And I know we've
Oh
already
yeah.
had art of some of that bike
Mhm.
gang. And so this could be similar, but I have no idea. I have no idea where this lies in
Yeah.
camp.
Yeah. If anybody knows, let us know because
Yeah, let us know.
a lot of mechanics to remember, and I feel like it's gonna take a lot more strategy this time around to think about everything that you got going on.
I think
But
you're gonna get it.
fun.
I think
Yeah.
it might be it's gonna a little
Mhm.
overwhelming at first with bounty and
Uh-huh.
capture and smuggle happening. But I feel like once you have a deck that you're enjoying playing and stuff,
Mhm.
it's gonna get a lot easier to kind of understand the more you play. The more you
Yeah.
play.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Are you thinking about a leader that you're excited to play?
I mean, we got a couple cool ones already
Mhm.
revealed. Like Ray is looking pretty cool to
Mhm.
me. Kylo looks interesting. We're getting a lot of cool discard stuff with Kylo also.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
A lot of cool cards that got revealed there. And then the new Boba Fett leader
Mhm.
card is pretty interesting to me. But this video goes live shortly after a new leader got revealed
Oh
this
yeah.
morning.
Yeah.
So who knows what that is?
Yeah.
But I'm sure that'll play nice with these cards.
Mhm.
So this video
Absolutely.
might be outdated right as of posting. Who
Yeah,
knows?
for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'm excited. Yeah. Hopefully Lando will be. I'm looking at Lando. I'm liking the smuggle mechanics, so I think Lando has that. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, FFG, thank you so much for letting us spoil these 2 cards for set 2. We are so excited. Shadows of the Galaxy launches July 12th, and we are so excited. We will see you at pre-release.